नमः सर्वेभ्यः अद्वैतचिन्तनवर्गे सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। अपरोक्षानुभूति शंकराचार्य विरचिता एवं विद्यारण्यमुनिना कृत दीपिका समालंकृत अनुवर्तते। ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शान्तिनी भगिनी।
आं महोदय।
मन्त्रं वदतु।
आं महोदय। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रीहरिं परमानन्दम् उपदेष्टारमीश्वरं व्यापकं सर्वलोकानां कारणं तन्नमाम्यहम्।
धन्यवाद भगिनी।
धन्यवादः।
We have been in the later portion of the Aparokshanubhuti text where the Nididhyasana is being described through the 15 angas as per Acharya Shankara, which is not exactly the same as the Dharana Dhyana Samadhi of the Ashtanga Hridaya of the Patanjali, but it is more related and more oriented towards Advaita Chintana. So in the classes we have now seen Dhamma, Yama, Shama, Maunam, etc. Now the next set of which are the angas is being explained here. Now Chandu Mahodaya, can you read that?
Sorry, which number?
Is 113.
Thank you.
सिद्धं यत् सर्वभूतादि विश्वाधिष्ठानं व्ययम् अव्ययम् यस्मिन् सिद्धाः समाविष्टाः तद्वै सिद्धासनं विदुः। पदच्छेदः। सिद्धं यत् सर्वभूतादि विश्वाधिष्ठानम् अद्वयम् यस्मिन् सिद्धाः समाविष्टाः तत् वै सिद्धासनं विदुः। अन्वयः। यत् सर्वभूतादि विश्वाधिष्ठानम् अद्वयम् इति सिद्धं यस्मिन् सिद्धाः तत् वै समाविष्टाः सिद्धासनं विदुः। प्रसंगात् आसान विशेष लक्षयति सिद्धम् इति। सिद्धं च तत् आसनं च अथवा सिद्धानाम् आसनं सिद्धानम् इति। कर्म धारयत् तत्पुरुष समासाभ्याम ब्रह्मे इति अर्थः।
धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवादः।
Siddham yat sarvabhutadi vishwadishtanam advayam yasmin siddhaha samavishtaha tadvai siddhasanam viduhu. Now here Acharya Shankara is explaining about the two asanas which have a different name in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. One is the Siddhasana in this sloka. In the next sloka he is talking about the Moola Bandhana. So what is a Siddhasanam? As per Advaita philosophy, Siddham yat sarvabhutadi vishwadishtanam advayam yasmin siddhaha samavishtaha tad siddhasanam viduhu. Meaning, siddhaha samavishtaha, tad siddhaha means those who have realized, samavishtaha means always in established. And what is that? That is siddham is reached or attained by sarva bhutadi vishwadishtanam advayam. It is a non-dual substratum adhishtanam of Vishwa for the entire cosmos or entire world or prapancha, in which sarva bhutadi, all the creation or all the appearances of the name form, in which it is appearing, that adhishtanam, which is advayam, which is one and only one, in which by attaining that, the siddhas or the one who have been meditating on the nididhyasana samavishtaha, who establish themselves in, that is what is called siddhasanam, known as by the learned people. Prasangat asana vishesha lakshayati. Now this is what we call siddhasanam in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Is a siddhasana is a particular posture in which you are supposed to sit for meditation. Now here he is saying it is not the mere physical sitting what is intended by the siddhasana. The siddha asana is establishing in yourself in the state of siddhi, which is the attainment of oneness, advaitvam, by knowing which vidhu sarva bhutadi vishwadhisthana. The sarva bhutadi is Vishwa. Everything what is appearing as creation, for them the universal substratum, which is non-dual in nature, knowing which or by attaining which, when your mind becomes settled in that samavishta, that is what is siddhasanam. Tat asanam cha athava siddhasanam siddhasanam iti. So karmadare tatpurusha samasa is used for what is siddhasanam is Brahma eva. So that samasa or the compound word is not part of the words, but it is indicating something other than what is in the words, the meaning of the words. Siddha, asanam, there are two words. Siddha means attained, asana means sitting. But here the word siddhasana is not direct meaning of the of the words of siddha and asana, but it is indicating the anya purusha pradhana, that is what is being indicated by that Brahma eva ityarthaha, that is indeed is the Brahma. And what is the Brahma? Sarva bhutadi vishwadishtanam advayam. That Brahma is that adhishtanam advayam, which is also the adhishtanam or the substratum for the universal substratum for every object to appear. Sarva bhutadi. Bhuta means creation. Sarva bhutadi means all the creations in the fame and the appearance of the name and form, which is appearing. The substratum, which is universal and non-dual in nature, which is also known as Brahma or Advaya, is what is the attainable thing, siddham yat. And after achieving, knowing that, or by abiding in that, samavishtaha, siddhaha, that the one who abides and sits in that or remains in that, they call that is the Siddhasana, is the sloka artha here. Chandripa, Shobha Bhagini?
महोदय
श्लोकं वदतु।
यन्मूलम् अहं वा
आं भगिनि
अस्तु
श्लोकं वदतु श्लोकं पठतु।
यन्मूलं सर्वभूतानां यन्मूलं चित्तबन्धनं मूलबन्धः सदा सेव्यो योग्योऽसौ राजयोगिनां। पदच्छेदः यत् मूलं सर्वभूतानां यत् मूलं चित्तबन्धनं मूलबन्धः सदा सेव्यो योग्यो असौ, तत्र योग्यः असौ इति मन्ये, राजयोगिनां नाम। अन्वयः यत् मूलं सर्वभूतानां यत् मूलं चित्तबन्धनं मूलबन्धः सदा सेव्यः योग्यः असौ राजयोगिनाम्। अथ मूलबन्धं लक्षयति यन्मूलम् इति आकाशादि सर्वभूतानां यन्मूलम् आदिकारणं ब्रह्म तथा चित्तबन्धनं चित्तस्य बन्धकारणं मूल अज्ञानं तत् अपि यत् मूलं यत् आश्रयं पृथक् सत्ता शून्यत्वात् इति यद्वा चित्तस्य बन्धनम् एकत्र लक्ष्ये निग्रहः तदपि यत् मूलं यस्य ब्रह्मणः प्राप्ति निमित्तम् इति अर्थः सः मूलबन्ध इति अन्वयः। राजयोगिनां व्यवहारे अपि अविक्षिप्त
चित्ततालक्षणः
राजयोगः तत् हतां ज्ञानपरिपाकयुक्तानाम् इति अर्थः। शेषः स्पष्टम्। धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवादः भगिनि। Now in this sloka he is talking about that another aspect of the asana which is called Mula Bandha. Yat Moolam Sarvabhutanam Yat Moolam Chitta Bandhanam Mula Bandham Bandhaha Sada Sevyo Yogyaha Asau Raja Yogina. Now here is the Raja Yogins are the one who are talking about the Mula Bandham. Now what is the Mula Bandham? Yat Moolam Sarvabhutanam. The root cause for the appearance of the names and forms or the creation, Yat Moolam Chitta Bandhanam, because of which the mind, intellect, Chitta, Manas, Buddhi, Ahangara, Chittam, they get bonded or tied by that appearances. That is Mula Bandha. Sada Sevyo Yogyaha Aso Raja Yogina. Now Raja Yogins talk about that this through the mental untying of those attention towards the cause of the names and forms, that is why where the Mula Bandha Vimuchyate. That from that only they can be getting out of that in that bondage. Ataha Mula Bandham Lakshayati Yan Moolam iti Yat Moolam iti Akashati Sarvabhutanam Yan Moolam Adikaranam. Now in that Brahma is the Mula Karanam as per the Advaitins, not the bondage of the sense organs and other things as per the Raja Yogins. Akashati Sarvabhutanam Yan Moolam Adikaranam. So kameta, so akasha samtatma satasma atmana akasha sambhutaha. That mantram from the Upanishad is being there. From the Atma, the Akasha is born. Akasha Sambhuda, Akashat Vayu, Vayor Agnihi, Agnirapaha, Adya Prithvi, Prithivyor Aushadaya, Aushadebhyonyam, Anyat Purushaha, like that. So from Akashadi means starting from the Akasha. Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. So Atma is the root cause, root from which Akashadi Sarvabhutanam Yat Mula Adhikaranam Brahma Tat Chitta Bandhanam Chittasya Bandhakaranam Mula Ajnanam. So as per the Advaitin, the Mula Karanam for the appearances of Akashadi is because of the root avidya or Mula avidya, which is the Karanam, Bandha Karanam. Tadavi Yat Moolam Yada Ashrayam Puratak Satta Shunyatvadi Yadva Chittasya Bandhanam. Now, is the karya or is the effect separate from the cause? No. The cause itself is appearing as an effect. The cause here, let us take the cause of the waves are the ocean. Now the ocean, is it becoming different when it's in the form of waves? No. But because of the name and form, which is to the Ajnana, the root cause, we have a separate entity, appearance of an entity called waves. Sata Pritak Satta Shunyatvadi. There is no separate reality for the waves apart from the ocean itself. Yadva Chittasya Bandhanam Ekatra Lakshye Nigrahaha Tadavi Yanmulam Yasya Brahmanaha Prapti Nimittam Ityarthaha. Now, all those appearances of the Prapancha, what we are experiencing in this world, right from our own body, mind and intellect onwards to the entire world of objects and experiences outside, we have to resolve what is the root from which all these things are appearing. Only when you ekatra lakshye nigraha tadapi, that nigraha, that the way in which you can you don't have to physically destroy that. By knowing the pot is made of mud, you are destroying the pot as a separate reality, satta vishesham. That the separate entity of the pot is being negated, knowing well that it is mud. Same way, ornaments made of gold, when we are saying it is gold, even though it may have a name and form, our dealing with that is as it is gold. Same should be the case, Chittasya Bandhakaranam Mula Ajnanam. For our experiences, there is a cause for the multiplicity which is appearing in the chitta, in the mind body, in the mental complex, mind, the manovidya, ahankara, chitta. That nigraha, the resolve of that only can be done yanmulam yasya brahmana prapti nimittam ityartha. Only when we know that it is in the substratum in which it has to resolve back, the wave has to go back to the ocean. Same way, the appearances of the name and form, when they are resolved by using our intellect into the substratum which is Brahma, that is what is called is a Chitta Nigraha or Chitta Vritti Nirodha or Yanmula Bandham Ityarthaha. Saha Mula Bandham Ityanvayaha. Rajayoginam Vyavahare Api Avikshipta Chittata Lakshanaha. Raja Yoga. Avikshipta Chittata Lakshana. Now, Vikshiptam is which is outward going. Avikshipta means which is not going outward. Chittada Lakshana, the nature of the inner complex of mind, body, and the intellect complex, the Manoho Buddhi Ahankara Chittasa. That avikshipta avastha, avikshipta lakshana, chittasya. That is what is called Raja Yoga by the Raja Yoga. Whereas for the Advaiting, it is not the thoughts not going out for the objects, what is the issue or what is to be controlled. It is irrespective whether the thoughts are going to the world outside or the mind is in a tranquil state. Has no relevance at all for the Mulabandham or the tranquility which we are talking about. The realization that Akashadi Sarvabhutanam Mula Adi Karanam Brahma. That knowledge and reveling in that knowledge that what we are seeing as objects in the name and form is nothing but the same Satchitananda or the Brahma, Satyatyanam Anandam Brahma, appearing as objects in many. When you know the pot is mud or the ornament is gold, you still can do the transaction with the pot and the ornaments. But the knowledge of the substratum is never forgotten even when you are transacting with it. Same way, when we are transacting with the world outside, when we know that the reality of these names and forms which we are transacting through the different sense organs, we have got 5 sense organs, so light, sound, Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha, that, light, sound, taste, touch, all those are different aspects in which the world is being experienced by us. But that multiplicity or the variation in the experiences can have to be resolved in the awareness where these experiences are getting dissolved to become an experience for the experiencer. It is when it is internally we are resolving it, the experiencer is nothing but the awareness in which everything is resolving. It has to be resolved externally also in the world outside. For that is what they are saying, Akashadi Sarva Bhutanam Yanmudam. Because we have been told that Akasha is Shabda Swarupaha, the Vayu is touch, the Agni is light. Like that we have been told all the 5 sense organs have got their own root, tanmatras, from which it have been, the indriyas have been formed. So the world, when we are experiencing from the outside, they are also in the same substratum from which all these things have appeared. So as an experiencer, when it is being resolved in our own experience, the same should be resolved in the world outside also. Therefore, only when this happens, with Chittada Lakshana Raja Yoga, Tat Hatam, when that is being removed from Jnana Paripaga Yuktana Ityartha. So that Paripagata or maturity of the knowledge is that what is called the indicated by the Mulabandham in the particular context of Advaita as per the Nididhyasana methods. Now comes Vijaya Bhagini. Can you read this sloka? Vijaya Bhagini, you are there? Okay. Shobha Bhagini, Bhaktiva Padatu. You want to read. Shobha Vijaya Bhagini is not there. Yeah.
Anganam samatam vidyat same brahmani liyate no chet avasamanatvam. Tatra avasamanatvam ruju kila rujutvam shushka vrikshavat padachetaha. Anganam samatam vidyaha same brahmani liyate no chet na eva samanatvam rujutvam shushka vrikshavat. Anvayah Anganam samatam vidyaha same brahmani liyate no chet na eva samanatvam rujutvam shushka vrikshavat. Idani iti manya tatra idani देहसाम्यं लक्षयति अगानाम् इति अङ्गानाम् इति अङ्गानां ब्रह्मण्यध्यस्थानां
ब्रह्मणि
अध्यस्थानां स्वभाववीक्षमाणाम् अधिष्ठान समत्व दृष्ट्या समतां विद्यात् जानीयात् चेत् समे ब्रह्मणि अङ्गवैषम्यम् इति अत्र अध्याहारः तत् चेत् नः लीयते समब्रह्मरूपतया न तिष्ठति इति अर्थः। तर्हि इति अत्र शेषः शुष्कवृक्षवत् अङ्गानां ऋजुत्वं सरलत्वं अचञ्चलत्वं यत् तत् समानत्वं न एव भवेत् इति सम्बन्धः अङ्गानां विषमस्वभावत्वाद् इति भावः।
धन्यवादः। Now he is talking about the dehabhyasa, dehasamyam, anganam dehasamyam. What is it? Is that anganam samadam vidya same brahmani liyate no chet na eva samanatvam rujjutvam shushka vrittavat. Now, in the posture of sitting, that in the Yoga Sutra they say that body should be erect, like a straight line. From the neck onward, there should not be any bend of the neck side. The body should be, the vertebra should be straight, and you should be sitting in a posture which is upright. For that, what does the Advaitin say? That idanim deha samyam lakshayati. Deha samyam means that posture in which that name anganam iti anganam brahmanya adhyasthanam swabhava vivekshamanam. When established in the brahmanya adhyasthanam swabhava vikshamanam, then there is a tranquility or a posture or is a adhisthana, that state in which there is no other feeling brings in some sort of a composure or a posture in which you are neither disturbed by anything nor there is nothing else which you can be tempted by. Adhisthana samatva drishtya samadam vidyad janiyat. The adhisthana samatvat sirshya. Our establishment is not like the sitting posture of a yogi. Here the reveling nature of the jnani or the one who is in Advaita Nididhyasana is established in the Brahma Madhyastha. In that knowledge of Brahma where there is no other experience other than Brahmanishta. Same Brahmani Angavaishamyam ityadhyahara tatchet na liyate sama Brahma rupataya na tishtatyartha. Suppose Angavaishamyam ityadhyahara, if there is what they call the yogis are called the Angavaishamyam, the difficulty in the sitting posture, then sama brahma rupataya na tishtatyartha. In such a case, the person is not established in the Brahma is what we should understand. If you are not saying, like in the yoga, when they say that you are not able to sit in a comfortable posture for long, means you are still not, you have controlled your mind is still vikshapta. is in a turbulence. That is why you are not able to sit for long in your composed posture, like a rigid posture. Here what we saying that sama brahma tu upataya na tishtatyastha. That samatvam in the Brahma Rupata, that everything is in Brahma, everything what we see is Brahma and in Brahma, as Brahma, that samatvam is as and in. When that is known, then only that samatvam, yoga samyam or the deha samyam, we can say that. If it doesn't happen, like the yogis say that, your mind is disturbed, here also you are not established na tishtati, samatva rupa na tishtati. Tarhi atra sheshaha. Now the example is being given. Shushka vrikshavat anganam rujyatvam. Like a tree which is drying up. When a tree is in the cut, it may be straight, but by the time it becomes dry, the tendency for the tree to become bent is seen normally. So, Shushka Vrikshavat Angana Vijjatvam, but some trees are there which even after cutting, they remain straight. That Saralatvam and Achanjalatvam, there is no difference that the tree is exhibiting when it is alive or when it is cut. It remains without changing its form. So that type of an attitude, whether it is whether we are in a composture in the Brahma, but you are always in that, so it will not be shown in you that you are having varied, what you call, like a tree which is bending on drying. The person Sama Brahma Rupata Tishtati, one who is sitting in that Samatvam, for him Saralatvam and Achanjalatvam both are natural. He is very easygoing and he is not perturbed by anything. Tat Samanatvam na eva bhaved iti sambandha anganam. If that doesn't happen, that if you are not able to sit in that Brahma avastha or abiding in that knowledge of Adhishtanam Ekameva, then you will not be in a posture which is sitting for long, like the yogi who is trying to sit for meditation but not able to sit for long. A person who has not got into that knowledge of Chittasya, he will also not be able to pursue the Nididhyasanam for long. Anganam Vishaya Swabhavat iti bhavaha. So here that Anga for the Rajayogi is the body, whereas for the Advaitin it is the Sama Brahma Rupataya. So only if we can maintain that Sama Brahma Rupatam, that Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, that attitude, then only we can do that Nididhyasana without getting disturbed or perturbed from that state of Samatvam, or what you call the established state of prolonged remaining in that what you call established state of Brahman. Now comes the next one. Sadhu Mahodaya, can you read that?
Amada. Drastim gnanamayim krutva pasyet brahmamayam jagat sadrastihi paramodara nanasagravalokini. Padchedah. Drastim gnanamayim krutva pasyet brahmamayam jagat sadrastihi paramodara na nasagravalokini. Anvaya. दृष्टिं ज्ञानमयीं कृत्वा पश्येत् ब्रह्ममयं जगत् सा
Brahmamaya.
दृष्टिः परमोदारा न नासाग्रावलोकिनी इदानीं
Driksthiti. Driksthiti.
दृक्स्थितिं लक्षयति दृष्टिम् इति ब्रह्मणि फलव्याप्य त्वाभावे भावेऽपि व्याप्यत्वात् दृष्टिमन्तः करणवृत्तिं ज्ञानमयीं खण्ड ब्रह्म आकारं कृत्वा जगत् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं पश्येत् ब्रह्मे वेदं सर्वम् इत्येताव वन्मात्रैर्वृत्तिः सर्वेमित्येताव न
Brahmaivedam sarvam ityetat tavat matra eva vritti. So it is to be broken like Brahmaivedam sarvam iti etat tavat matra eva vritti.
कार्यति
भावः
स्पष्टम् अन्यतः
धन्यवादः. Now he is talking about another very famous thing that Gita 6th chapter also it is mentioned when the meditation to look at the tip of the nose for sitting for meditation. Now the Advaitic method is Drishtim Jnanamayim Kritva. Let the vision be full of knowledge. Pashyed Brahmamayam Jagat. One should see the world as Brahmamayam. Is full, is immersed in Brahma. That type of a vision with the knowledge. Sadrishti, Paramodara. That is the supreme drishti, or that is the supreme vision. Not Nasagra Avalokini. Not looking at the tip of your nose is what is to be supposed to be the drishti, or the way in which one should stay for Nididhyasana. Sarvam Jagat Brahmamayam iti Jnatva Yad Drishti Bhavati. That is, by knowing that Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, that everything is Brahmamayam, the entire world is immersed in Brahma, or immersed in consciousness, immersed in awareness. When that type of a vision comes, or the vision is used through the intellect, Jnanamayim Kritva, by the intellect awareness or knowledge of the Brahma is in everything and everything is in Brahma. That is the supreme drishti, not the looking at the nose, is what the shloka says. Idanim driksthidhim lakshayati drishtam iti. Now driksthidhi lakshaya. What should be the method in which we should look is in this meditation, in the Nididhyasana of Advaita, how it is to be done is explained. Brahmani phala vyapyatva abhave. Brahmani phala vyapyatva abhave. Api vritti vyaptitvad. Brahmani phala vyaptatvad. When we are seeing an object, that seeing operation is divided into two. One is called vritti vyapti and phala vyapti. Vritti vyapti, what they call it is the pulsation or the motion of the thoughts about an object. The moment that experience engulfs the object, the experience of knowing the object engulfs the object. That engulfing of the object is called phalavyapti. So phalavyapti, brahmani phalavyaptitva bhave api vrittivyaptatva drishtimantaha karanavrittim jnanamayim akhandakaram krutva jagat sarvam brahmamayam pashyet. In the case of when we look an object, our experience of the object is limited to the object and ourselves as an experience. That is why phalavyaptatva abhave here in the cases, because what happens, we cannot see what is Brahma. Therefore phalavyapti doesn't happen for but intellectually we can have the vritti vyapti of the knowledge, jnanamayim krutva. The knowledge is there that it is Brahmamayam, but we don't see Brahma, that phalavyapti doesn't happen. Karanamayim, karanavritti, the action of looking at it, it has to be replaced by jnanamayim. By visual objects, when we are looking at an object, should be replaced by a jnanamayim. It has to become an experience of the knowledge only. Akhanda brahmakaram krutva. That is where that through the what you call understanding or the knowledge, when we akhandakaram, akhanda brahmakaram. Akhanda means unbroken. Brahmakaram means the form of Brahma. Now we don't know, Brahma is not having any form. Arupam, avyayam is what is Brahma is. So how can we have a Brahma akaram? Akhanda Brahmakaram is the same what is being explained, that when you know that when it is Sarvam Khalidam Brahma, that every experience either at the personal level or as objects which is external to the individual is all in the unbroken awareness. You cannot bifurcate of the knowing aspect between the object and the subject. The subject can be there separate. But the knowing, you cannot divide where the subject is knowing or the object is in the knowledge, or the subject is in the knowledge. When that aspect, it is called Akhandakara Akhanda Brahmakara. That is the entire experience of the Jagat, either directly visible, what is heard, touch, sense, all the five sense organs, and including in the mind, the thoughts and feelings and emotions and everything. All those things are in one cloud of knowledge. Other than that, there is nothing else also is there. It is in the space of the knowledge. We can say knowledge itself is a space. Therefore, it is called Akhanda Brahmakara. When that happens, Kritva, by intellectually doing it, by knowing that Sarvam Khalidam Brahma, we also have to intellectually appreciate that knowledge into our experiential knowledge. That is the Brahmakaram Kritva. Jagat Sarvam Brahmamayam Pashyet. The entire world has to be seen as dipped in Brahma, or made out of Brahma, or Brahma only. That is where that Karanavritti is not a physical doing, but it is a Jnanamayim. By the knowledge we cannot, because Brahma is not something which can be seen. So only by understanding we can make, or by knowledge only we can make out that there is a cause for everything, and that cause is nothing but Brahma. From Brahma and in the previous sloka, Akashadi, Sambhudaha. So the entire world. Now if we cannot look in the world outside, we have to start looking the same thing from the personal experience world. When I was in my deep sleep, my world, let us say my world of experiences, it did not exist for me. But the moment I wake up, right from the awareness that I, as an independent individuality, and the world of experiences comes out as if from nowhere into my awareness. Even that knowledge of I is in my awareness. I know that I am in my awareness. Same way the awareness is engulfing the entire experiences of my world. So the entire world of experiences, including the I-ness of mind, is in awareness. So that type of a totality, akhandakaram, that totality of that engulfing of that awareness from the individual point is the same for the whole universe. For everyone it is the same. Sarvam Brahmamayam Pashyet. You should see that that is the awareness which is in which all the world and objects are supporting or remaining as the names and forms. Now he is quoting a Upanishad Vakyam here. Brahme Vedam Sarvam. Know that all this is Brahma Eva. Brahma Eva Idam Sarvam. Everything what you call as Idam other than you is Brahma. But that includes when you are getting up from your deep sleep, even the I-ness or the individuality is also the Idam for the awareness point of view. So from the individuality to the world of experience, Brahma Vedam Idam Sarvam, Iti Etat Brahme Vedam Ityetat Evat Matram Eva Vritti. That one vritti or that thought flow or that uniform awareness in the form of experience, not the pure awareness. Because when the Jagat is there, the world of experiences is there, there is an awareness of the world, including the I in the world. So that vritti, that when you know that you and the world is not separate and everything is in awareness, that is what is called Brahmakara, Akhanda Brahmakara. Akhanda means you are not separate from the world. If you separate yourself, then it is not Akhanda. Akhanda means unbroken. Then you are separating out Aham, I am separate, and Idam, the rest of the world is separate. But when you say that Akhandam means including yourself into the world, then it becomes Akhanda Brahmakara. Krutva, through Jnanamayi, Jagat Sarvam Brahmamayam, that including me, everything is from that point of view is in awareness. That vritti is the one which is called Jnanamayim Drishti. Not looking at the tip of your nose should be not the way in which you should see that. The way Drishti here means the vision should be of that unity of everything in Brahmamayam. That is the Drishti what is as per the Advaita Nididhyasana method, not looking at the tip of your physical nose. I think Vijay Bhagini is still not able to read.
Why is he? I'm here only. No, I'm here only.
So can you read them now?
Yeah. एतत् समये शोभना भगिन्या उक्तम् अहम् अस्तु इति आम्
because you didn't unmute and say, that's why.
दृष्टि दर्शन दृश्याणां विरामो यत्र वा भवेत् दृष्टिस्तत्रैव वक्तव्या नानासा ग्रावलोकिनी पदच्छेदः दृष्टदर्शनदृश्याणां विरामः यत्र वा भवेत् दृष्टिः तत्र एव कर्तव्या नास अग्र अवलोकनी अन्वयः वा दृष्टदर्शनदृश्याणां यत्र विरामः भवेत् तत्र एव दृष्टिः कर्तव्या न तु नास अग्र अवलोकनी ननु तदापि ब्रह्मणि वृत्ति प्रवृत्ति निमित्त जात्यादि अभावात् किं जी अभावादिम् इन्द्रियाणि अत्र इन्द्रियादि एव खलु इन्द्रियादि प्रत्यक्ष विषयस्य जगतः ब्रह्मरूपत्वेन दर्शनं कथं स्यात् इति आशङ्क्य स्वारस्यात् पक्षान्तरेण आह दृष्टि इति वा शब्दः पक्षान्तरे दृष्ट्यादीना श्रोत्रादि सर्वत्रिपुटी नाम सर्वत्रिपुटीनाम् उपलक्षणं यत्र यस्मिन् ब्रह्मस्वरूपे दृष्ट्यादि सर्वत्रिपुटीनां विरामः लयः भवेत् अत्र तस्मिन्नेव प्रपञ्चातीते दृष्टिरन्तःकरणवृत्तिः कर्तव्या न तु नासिका अग्र अवलोकनी इति अर्थः अत्र
धन्यवादः Now he is continuing with that, looking at the tip of the nose. But as per the Advaita, drishta darshana drishyanam viramaha yatra va bhavet drishtihi tatra eva kartavya natu nasagra avalokini va drishta darshana drishyana yatra viramaha. Otherwise, drishta darshana drishyana. Now triputi is there. Drishtam, darshanam, drishyam. So the seer, the perceiver, the perceived, and the act of perceiving. Triputi. The threesome. Yatra viramaha bhavet. Where these three do not separately exist. Tatra eva drishti kartavya. Now, kartavya na nasagaravalohini. Here I am quoting one from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Trishu dhamasu yadbhogyam bhokta bhogascha yadbhavet tebhyo vilakshana sakshi chinmatroham sadashivam. Trishu dhamasu means three state. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. The waking, the dream, and the deep sleep. Yat bhogyam bhoga cha yad bhavet. This is the same thing which is saying that Drishta here is talking about the triputi or the threesome. The subject, object and the act of or the relationship between the two in waking, in dream and in deep sleep. Viramo yatra bhavet. Where does these three, in the three states, dissolve or do not happen? Tatra drishti kartavya. You have to have your vision to that state. So, what does the mantra say, Upanishad mantra? Rishudamasi yadbhogyam bhokta bhogascha yadbhavet. Tebhyo vilakshana sachi. Apart from the tebhyaha, apart from that, vilakshanaha, without any lakshana or without any name and form or the name or adjectives of those subject, object and the act of knowing in the three states, vilakshanaha, sakshi, the witness, chinmatroham, I am pure awareness, sadashivam, sadashivam chinmatram. I am that pure awareness in which I am aware of my three states and in the three states of the threesome. The waking has threesome, subject, object and the act of knowing. In the dream also there is a world of objects and the subject is there in that. There is an act of experiencing is there. Even in the deep sleep, the subject is there, the not knowing of anything else and the absence of anything. The threesome is there also. And I am knowing the three in the three of the each of the states. So I am separate from that. Tebhyo vilakshana sachi. And what is that? I am the witness which is knowing all the three. Chinmatroham. I am that achit, that awareness, consciousness. Pure, sadashivam, ever pure. Because it is never having the three at any point of time. It is appearing in me. That is what Viramaha, where does that dissolve? Tad drishti, that is the what drishti is to be done, to the vision to be done, not the tip of the nose. Nanu tadabi brahmani vritti pravritti nimitta jatyadi abhavadi indriyadi pratyaksha vishayasya. That is one samastapada. That actually in bhavadim, indriyadim, that has to be merged together. Some mistake, as typing mistake. Vritti pravritti, vritti pravritti nimitta jatyadi abhavadi indriyadi pratyaksha vishayasya. Pratyaksha vishayasya. What is being experienced, direct experience. Indriyadi pratyaksha vishaya, by the sense organs with see. Abhavadim indriya pratyaksha, the absence of the knowing through the sense organs. Jatyadi, now jati means is the group or the is the category of sensual experiences. How does it happen? Vritti pravitti nimitta. The jati or the categories are divided into vritti pravritti, caused by. The caused by the mental, what you call turbulence or the mental fluctuations or the mental activities created by the sense organs, pratyakshadi, perceptions, in Jagataha Brahma Rupatvena Darshanam. Now how can it Khatam Syad? How can we have, when sense organs are bringing multiple senses in the frame of mental agitations or mental turbulence or the mental activity, in each category there is light category, there is sound category, there is touch, sense, taste, and each one of the jatyadi. And each one has got their own corresponding mental activity. Now the world is appearing in this form. Brahma Rupatvam, then Kadam Darshayet. How can I see the unity in that when the world itself is coming in the form of multiplicity? Ityashankya, if that is your doubt, Swarasya pakshantarena drishti iti va shabdaha pakshantare drishtityadi shotradi sarva triputinam upalakshanam yatra yasmin brahma swarupe drishtyadi sarva triputinam viramaha layaha ityarthaha. That is a long sentence. Is exactly what he is saying is that what I explained to you in that in the Upanishad mantra, when I told that pure awareness which is even witnessing the three in each of these states of Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream and deep sleep. In that the threesome, just not only one sense organ, all the five sense organs plus the mental sense organs of my emotions, mind, thoughts and everything. So the multiplicity is so much, but that you cannot dissolve into one Sarvam Brahmamayam or Sarvam Kalidam Brahma. How can that be done? Iti Ashankya. What it is says that Shrotradi Sarva Triputinam Upalakshanam Yatra Yasmin Brahma Swarupe Drishtiyadi Sarva Triputinam Viramaha Layaha Bhave Tatra Tasminneva. When that knowledge arises in us, that it is in my awareness, that pure awareness of mine which is Sadashiva, Chinmatraha, in that all these things are appearing. When I come in waking, I have my three waking experience. When I am in dream, I have the waking dreaming experience. When I am in the deep sleep, I have the deep sleep experience. But all of them are happening in my awareness. So tatra laye, bhave tatra, only in that, tasmin neva, prapanchadide drishyantara karanavritti kartavya. That is the place where our attention should be placed. Not at the tip of the nose. That is what Acharya says. So our attention or our concentration should be to that pure awareness of my own nature, in which I can separate out my experiences of the waking, my experiences of the world, dream, my experiences of deep sleep also, but awareness of these three, with the three of them, subject, object and that, action of experience, all that can be resolved only in that substratum of I am that pure awareness in which all these things are happening. I am a sakshi. I am a witness to that. That is where the drishti or the attention should be placed, not to the tip of the nose. This is what the shloka says. We'll stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Any questions?
Just which one? Where do we start next time?
What did you ask, Patrick?
Oh, sorry. Where did we end?
We ended in Shloka 119, I think.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, Vijay Bhagini, what is it you are asking?
117, Mohoday. Shloka
117. Okay. 117, Patrick.
Triputi iti tatra.
Triputi is Triputi ityukte. What does the Triputi mean? Threesome means the subject, the object, and the relation between the subject and the object is the experience. Whether it is seeing, hearing, or touch, or sense, whatever may be the experiences. Even in the mental emotional thoughts and feelings. There is a knower, there is an object of knowing, and the act of knowing. The three is called the Triputi.
Subject, object, and the relation of experience.
Yeah, relation between them.
Okay. Relation between them. Okay. Now, I would like to say, Sadasivam ityukte tatra sada sarvada, Shivam ityukte mangalam, kalu? Sada mangalam eva, kalu? Tatra api...
Mangalam, there is pure. Shiva means pure also.
Astu ji, Astu ji.
That pure awareness, where there is no threesome.
Sada Shivam. Sagam sarvada, saha, Shivaha, sarvada mangalam karoti, kalu?
Mangalam is...
Shivasya Vishaya eva, kalu, asara?
No. Atra Sadashivam is Chinmatram ityuktam, no? When you are saying knowledge, pure knowledge, there is Shivam here doesn't mean that Sadashiva or the Shiva Swarupa or the Shiva Krishnu, that Trimurti. Chinmatra Sadashivam. Sadashivam means Sada, Shiva means ever pure. Sada means ever. Shiva means pure. And what is ever pure? Chinmatra. Chit Matra means knowledge alone. In that awareness, which is pure alone, in that only the three world is of Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream and deep sleep is happening. And even in each of the world, there is the subject, object and act of experiencing between, or the relation between the subject and the object.
Okay. Bahu dhanyawad. Samyak asti.
Okay. Chandu Mahodaya?
Dhanyawadaha. Shubharatri.
Dhanyawadaha.
Dhanyawad Mahodaya.
You are asking something?
No, Mahodaya. Dhanyawad.
Okay. Dhanyawad. Shobha Bhagini?
After the class, I have a question, Mahodaya.
Okay, then let me stop the recording.